Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening to you. Happy Monday evening. I am excited to be here once again. I'm still sub 100 days to the marathon. And I want to talk to you briefly about Dare to Go the Distance. Dare to Go the Distance. This is actually the title, the new title of my best-selling book to date was called Dare to Succeed. No More Excuses, It's Time to Win. And it's been several years, and it's all based on running the marathon, and how the marathon, the actual physical race, is an analogy for the marathon of life, the ultimate marathon, the ultimate endurance race, and that is life. You know, going through the ups and the downs and the twists and the turns and the hills and the valleys, all of those things that happen in a real race really has a a a sister, if you would, or brother to our real life experiences. So anyway, Dare to Succeed is the old title. Dare to Go the Distance is going to be the new one. And I want to just challenge you this evening to not just dare to go the distance, but dare to even try. Now, the interesting thing about this whole title is I'm going through my book as I'm revising it. It's going to be a new revised edition that comes out right around the time of the marathon in October. We'll be doing some pre-orders later on. But as I'm going through, as I'm editing it, I'm thinking and refreshing myself on some of the material that's already there. And it's some great content, if I say so myself. It really is. Sometimes as an author, many of you that may be an author, you may realize that after you've birthed a message, birthed a product, a book, a program or whatever, sometimes when you go back, you forget all the things that you said and all the wonderful ideas that came through you. As a Christian, as someone that believes in God, sometimes he speaks through you. Many times he speaks through you, and you're just, taking down the notes. So there were a couple of quotes that I just want to share with you this evening to inspire you, I trust, and to also encourage you to dare to go the distance. Here's the first quote. It's at the opening of my book. It's by Mary Kay Ash. Some of you may remember her name. She launched Mary Kay Cosmetics. Interesting story back then. Madam C.J. Walker was prior to her, and she was an African-American woman who was one of the first millionaires. But Mary Kay Ash came along and did a similar thing where she actually got other women to sell her products, to engage in the beauty products that she had created. Anyway, Mary Kay, she's long gone, but she's got some great books. If you ever get her books, read through them. They inspire you a lot. And here's one of the quotes that I included in my book, and it says, "Most people live and die with their music still unplayed. They never dare to try." The idea is at least try, right? That's what we want you to do. And I was reading further on in the introduction there. At the end of each chapter, I have what I call Be Inspired and Dig Deeper. Be Inspired gives you some great quotes as it relates to the content in each chapter. And it also, Digging Deeper, gives you some references, materials to go deeper on that topic so that you can expand your understanding and application in your life. So in the first introduction, I have a couple of quotes I want to share with you in that regard as well. And again, the goal is for you to hear and be inspired by them. Here's one of them. It was by Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt, one of our former presidents. He said, "Far better is it to have dared mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy nor suffer much, because they live in a gray twilight that knows not victory or defeat." Don't live in the in-between, the area that really is lukewarm. The Bible says you have to be hot or cold. Lukewarm doesn't work. So you really want to go for it. I'm encouraging you to go for it instead of sitting on the sidelines. So I love that quote by Teddy Roosevelt. And then there's this other quote that I love too. There's this woman, her name was Celeste Johnson. I wrote this one day. I was just thinking about life, just thinking about the whole experience that we all have. And I wrote this is very simple, and it just says, I rise, I fall, I rise again. I make mistakes. I forgive, and I ask for forgiveness. I live, I learn, I've been hurt, and I've healed. I'm human, not perfect, and God still loves me. I'm grateful, and I choose to live daringly. Yes, yes. So, how about you? What is it that you may be sitting on the sidelines with, and you really want to try something? You really want to do something. It's been in the back of your mind. You've always wanted to do something as you've been growing up, and life gets in the way. And, it doesn't mean life is bad. It's just sometimes you get on another path and you forget that dream, that vision, that goal, that desire that you've had a long time, and you haven't done anything with it. And it keeps coming back every now and then. What is that? What is that? What does it require you? What requires you to dare yourself to step outside of your comfort zone, to try something new, something that may, quote unquote, cause you to fail, but you just get back up? What is that? I want to encourage you to really take a look at your life and think about that, and plan to put something on your agenda in the next 30, 60, 90 days that's going to challenge you to dare to do it, and then to go the distance, at least try, right? And so what I want you to do for me, please, 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 do this for me. Write down that you're going to try, or write down what it is in the notes. Send me a little note, and I will be an encourager for you as well. The marathon is not something I do every day. The last time I did it was 17 years ago. Oh my gosh. I did it twice, New York's twice, but the last one was in 2004. It's like, oh my goodness. So I'm doing something that has been a while, and my body is also telling me that. But I dare to do it because I know I can, first of all. And once you decide, which is a key thing, and you discipline yourself, you can do amazing things. And that's really what my book is about. It talks about how do you go about doing that. But you'll get more as we go along the way. So meanwhile, I'm going to wrap this up. Just choose to live daringly. Choose to try. Choose to get out there, as Mary Kay says. Just as simply try, and don't live in the mediocre. Some people do just enough to keep from getting fired, and people pay you just enough to keep you from quitting, and you're living in the land of mediocrity. You don't want to live there. You want to push forward. And when you live full, which I talk about all the time, you want to die empty, that you've done those things that you've always wanted to do, that you've tried those things that you've always wanted to try, that you sung those songs. I talked about this the last time I was on, and it's so important, and I'm just reiterating that right now. So that's my story for you tonight. That's my message to you. Please, please leave a note. If this inspires you, tell someone else. I will be doing these frequently, actually almost every day. Sunday, take a day off for Sabbath, but I want to talk with you and engage you on my journey as I'm doing something that I'm daring myself to do. I want you to dare yourself as well. And so stay tuned. I think I'm going to try to be consistent around noon Eastern time, and so that you can know when to tune in. But leave a note as well when works best for you, in the middle of the day, after work, in the evening. What's a time that works really well for you to get this message? So thanks so much for listening. Have a fantastic evening, whatever you're going to do the remainder of this evening. And remember, dare to go the distance. I'll talk to you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.